Though members of the Trade Union Federation Cosatu and the South African Communist Party will be marching to the union buildings in Pretoria to defend the principle of collective bargaining. The unions say they want a response on demands they submitted to the presidency in October. Unions and government-eyed loggerheads of the government reneged on a multi-level wage agreement for the public sector workers agreed to at the Bargaining Council. Let's bring in Abongile Dumako, who's covering this story for us. Abongile, what are you witnessing there?
Plain, certainly the members of Cosatu, led by Secretary General of the Trade Union Federation, Abongile, alongside the First Deputy President, Mike Shingange, on the picket lines here at the union buildings in Pretoria. Of course, having been here for about an hour now, they are only sort of beginning to converge and actually continue with their picket, which seeks to get attention from government here at the union buildings. Among those things that they want to see being sorted out is the implementation of the three-wage agreement that was signed between the trade unions and government to see an increment that will be implemented for 3 years, which has not happened. And of course, earlier on, we did speak to Abongile, who expressed his concern over what he called a lack of response and arrogance that has been displayed by the government in as far as their concerns is concerned, saying that even if you look at the broader society in South Africa, every time there is some sort of protest or uncertainty or unhappiness expressed by the civil society groups and ordinary people on the ground, there seems to be this tendency where their grievances are not being attended to. Give them 7 days, they never pitch up in as far as the response goes, saying that that has to come to an end. We were expecting as well, Blaine, SACP to make its way here in support of Cosatu. I must be honest with you, we haven't seen anyone from the SACP. Of course, Abongile is saying that it's normal for them to be supporting each other as part of the tripartite alliance. We are yet to see any official representing SACP arriving here, but at this current moment, the picket is on right at the entrance of union buildings, with the hope that a representative from government will come and listen to what they have to say. As we have heard, of course, that President Cyril Ramaphosa, whom they were initially expecting to see or rather talk to this morning, won't be able to be attending to their grievances. So we wonder who will come and actually attend to what they have to say here as the members of Cosatu.
Let's dig a little deeper with regards to some of their demands. Apart from the wage agreement issues, there's also they want to stop corruption and gender-based violence, very high on the agenda. Tell us more.
Certainly, the one major thing that Abongile did make mention of was the fact that during the COVID-19 pandemic, they've seen a lot of reports with regards to crime that seems to escalate in all spheres of government, something that he says could have easily been avoided if there were proper structures that are put in place, if the working environment for all those who are in the front line in as far as the COVID-19 is concerned were taken care of. If you look at the bargaining council as a whole, there's a lot of issues that were raised that have not yet received the proper or expected attention from government, corruption being at the center of what they're complaining about, saying that if something is not done, then it means this country will go down the drain, having been known as a corrupt country. He says that if government could stand firm against corruption and make it a point that some of these issues that they raise are being given attention, they actually come to them and consult and seek opinion as to basically how would they go about tackling some of these challenges. Gender-based violence at the center of their concerns as Cosatu, saying that government needs to actually come to the fore as much as possible to actually see the fact that this gender-based violence is a thing of the past, as it continues to sort of be a virus, if you like, with the president, of course, having described it as well as a pandemic on its own. So Cosatu hoping, at least following their protest, which we saw happening across the country, including here in the union buildings in October, then they are coming back today because they are not satisfied with the responses that they have gotten. In fact, they didn't even get any response. Abongile says they are hoping that something will be done, something drastic will be done. Of course, saying that they would have brought thousands of their members, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, again, they have to make it a point that there's a minimum number of people who are attending. Yet this picket happening here at union buildings.
Abongile Dumako, live for us in South Africa's capital. Thank you very much indeed, sir. We'll check back with you a little later.